Hello everybody out there. It's my first video. Just wanted to give my little take on the whole Victor Ortiz Andre Berto fight. From what I saw in that fight, I'm gonna start with Victor Ortiz. When I first saw him fight in the McDonough fight, I saw a talented kid with a lot of potential, a lot of boxing skills that he brought to the table. And I went from that and to the end of the fight being disappointed from what I heard and what I saw. So I'm not surprised that he beat Berto. It was either he was gonna sink or swim. Either you find a new career or you make boxing your career and you go with it 100%. And I think he was a kid and he had to make the decision. He made that decision. Um, and Berto, on the other hand, I always saw Berto as a boxer with a knockout punch. Not a slugger, not a knockout artist. I think he's more of a boxer. I think his knockouts need to be set up by his boxing. Never been a big jab thrower, which is a key of boxing. But I think that Berto needed to box. And I think that he came in this fight unprepared for one. I guess conditioning or training or whatever. But also, I think Berto, when he went into this fight, I think he felt that he was just gonna go out there and knock Ortiz out. He was gonna hit him in his chin and he was gonna go down. Now I got a serious problem with that. That's my biggest issue with sluggers. Guys who just go in there and you hit me, I hit you, and I'm gonna knock you out. The problem is when you're a slugger and you're a knockout artist and you're always looking for that knockout punch, is when you get in there with a guy who is not gonna go down, who you're not gonna knock out, then all bets are off. And then what do? There's no backup plan. The backup plan is to get your ass whooped. And I think that happens a lot. And I think that's what happened with Berto in this fight. He went in there, I think his last couple fights, because they've been very short, quick knockouts, I think he overestimated his style of fighting as a knockout artist. And even if you look in the fight when he went back to his corner where his brother was, it was so many people talking in that corner. But one thing I kept hearing throughout the fight was, you need to box this guy. You need to box this guy. Berto did it for like maybe 30-second stints, but then he was able, Ortiz was able to draw him into the slugfest. I think Berto kept thinking, all I need is one punch. All I need is one punch. All I need is one punch. And that one punch didn't come, because Ortiz kept coming. I don't think he really seriously hurt Ortiz at any time in the fight, even on the knockdowns. I mean, Berto hit him so hard that he knocked him down, but I don't think he rattled his brains. His legs never looked weak. He never looked wobbly. I don't think he really hurt him. Whereas when Ortiz was hitting him, he was hurting Berto. I mean, he was hurting him. He was hurt. His legs was wobbly, weak legs. He was hurting. Head was dazed. But Berto should have gone in there with a game plan to box and make it into a boxing skill match and who has more skill. That fight we watched was a slugfest. And in that slugfest, Ortiz was the better slugger. And that's why you had the result that you had. And I don't think Berto is a slugger. Yeah, he could get in there and slug with some guys and knock them out. Yes. But I don't think that's his ticket to this game. His game is boxing. I think he has more defensive skills than he showed in that fight. I don't think he's the greatest defensive fighter, but he has more than what he displayed in that fight. I mean, I've seen Berto make guys miss and make them pay, and, and that's when he's on top of his game. But in that fight, he came in there swinging for the fences. He was looking for a knockout on every punch, and that's not what I think he needed. So that's my take on that. Um, this is Jonathan Doe signing off. Let me know what y'all think.